Yo guys, boys over back in with another video. This is something totally different. I haven't done an NFL video in a long time, probably since the Super Bowl, because obviously my channel is mainly WWE and wrestling type stuff, but obviously while the season was going on I was doing all my Patriots videos and my weekly pick videos. So I've been wanting to do this for a couple of days now, basically do my mock draft. Free agency's just been going for a week now. I don't want to do it before free agency because obviously teams are going to get a lot of players in free agency, and it's better to do it afterwards. So I'm going to split into two parts. Part 1 will be pick 1 to 15, and then I'll do part 2, obviously 16 to 32. Just before I get into the mock draft, obviously, as some of you guys will know if you've watched some of my videos before, obviously I'm a Patriots fan, and the moves we've done recently on Tuesday night, 'cause I'm recording this on Thursday. I'll probably post it tomorrow, so that being Friday. But yeah, obviously Tuesday we traded Chandler Jones to the Arizona Cardinals, which I was at work when it happened, funny enough, and I got home, and yeah, we traded Chandler Jones, which, I mean, I really like Chandler Jones. He was a bit too inconsistent, but he was a great player nonetheless. But he was, like I said, a bit too inconsistent and a bit injury prone. And I just don't think we had enough cap room to be able to sign him to an extension with everyone else that's coming up, like Dante Hightower, Jamie Collins, Jabal Sheard, Malcolm Butler. And I just think, especially the first three, they're better than Chandler Jones, and they should be getting locked up long term before him. And then when it came to Jabal Sheard or Chandler Jones, I think Chandler Jones has a higher upside, but Jabal Sheard is great against the run, and he's a great player. I just don't think we had the cap room, and I think he was probably a bit too inconsistent for the Patriots to sign, especially at the rate pass rushers have been going recently, like Olivier Vernon and people like that, getting insane money. We were never going to re-sign Chandler Jones because he was going to command so much. So I'm not too disappointed with the move. We got a guard, Jonathan Cooper, in return. Obviously he hasn't done that well in Arizona, especially being like a 7th overall pick, but hopefully he can turn his career back around in New England. And we got a 2nd round pick, so that's 2 2nd round picks now. And last night we traded for Martellus Bennett from the Chicago Bears, which, along with a lot of other Pats fans, I'm loving this move. Gronk and Martellus Bennett now that is the best 1-2 tight end combo in the NFL by a mile, by far. I mean, Martellus Bennett is 10 times the player Scott Chandler was, and yeah, so for us last year. So Martellus Bennett's going to be great, I think, in the Patriots offense. He's going to take pressure off Gronk, but obviously if teams still are going to try and cover Gronk like they usually do, it's only going to make it tougher, because Bennett will get his catches, but then if defense is rears, we've got to get Bennett as well. That takes a bit of pressure off Gronk, and he'll just feast even more. So some great moves from the Pats in the last couple of days. So, but this is my mock draft. So to start it off, we've got the Tennessee Titans at number 1. There's been a lot of rumours that they could trade the pick. My philosophy is, when you're the team picking number 1, you're number 1 for a reason. It's because you suck, and no point trading back to get 2 first-round picks. Stay at number 1, get the best player in the draft, Laramie Tunsil. That's who I'm going with. I've got the Titans taking Laramie Tunsil, offensive tackle from Mississippi State. Just Mississippi, isn't it? Yeah. Ole Miss, basically. So I think that'll be a great move for the Titans to get Laramie Tunsil from Ole Miss. I just think him and Taylor Lewan will form one of the best left and right tackle combos in the NFL, especially since they've got a young quarterback in Marcus Mariota. They need to protect him, and having 2 bookends like that, Taylor Lewan and Laramie Tunsil, is just building for the future, and the Titans will be in a real strong position in that sense because they traded for DeMarco Murray as well. So they've got a veteran running back to help out the quarterback, and a real solid. They've got Chance Warmack at guard, having Tunsil, Lewan. They've got decent. Their offensive line will be really good then, and having obviously it'll just help out Marcus Mariota in his second season. I think he could have a beast of a second season behind that offensive line. At number 2, we've got the Browns. The Browns have had the worst off-season so far. It's not surprising because they always seem to have the worst one. There's some rumours they might not even go with a quarterback at number 2, which, like, what? Like, they have to go quarterback at number 2. So I've got them go with Carson Wentz. They have to, in my opinion, go quarterback. Their team is just loaded with holes, not loaded with talent, the total opposite. So they need a quarterback first of all. So I've got the Browns going with Carson Wentz. Then I've got the Chargers at number 3. I've got them go with Jalen Ramsey, cornerback from Florida State. One of the best players in the draft, the best corner slash secondary player in the draft. And if the Chargers go with Ramsey, I think there's a great chance they could go with Joey Bosa. But if they go with Ramsey and pair him with Jason Verrett, I think that's a great corner combo for the Chargers right there. So, yeah, I've got the Chargers going with Jalen Ramsey at number 3. At 4, Dallas Cowboys. I've got them go with Joey Bosa, defensive end from Ohio State. I think he's the best pass rusher in the draft by far, and I think Joe Bosa is going to be a great player in the NFL. And the Cowboys obviously desperately need defensive line help, so Joey Bosa to the Cowboys at 4. At 5, Jacksonville Jaguars. I've got them go with Miles Jack from UCLA, the linebacker. I think he potentially could come out in a couple of years' time as the best player from this draft. Miles Jack is insanely good. And the Jaguars have had a great offseason so far. If they can get Miles Jack at number 5, that would be even better. And number 6, Baltimore Ravens. I've got them going with Ezekiel Elliott. They got Mike Wallace in free agency, which I think could be a good move for them. They got Ben Watson, the tight end from the Saints. So their offense is looking a lot better than last year with Steve Smith, Brashad Perriman, people like that. If they could add the running back in Ezekiel Elliott, I think the Ravens could have a really potent and good offense next year. So I've got the Ravens go with Ezekiel Elliott to kind of round out that offense for them. At 7, we've got the 49ers. I think they're going to go quarterback. I think Chip Kelly needs a new quarterback. I don't think Colin Kaepernick's the answer. So I'm going to go with Jared Goff for the 49ers. I think that's the right move by far to go with Jared Goff at number 7 for the 49ers. At 8, the Eagles. I think they're going to go with Ronnie Stanley from Notre Dame. Again, the Eagles, Jason Peters is getting up there in age, and the Eagles need help on that offensive line because they're going to have to protect Sam Bradford. That's the one thing he needs more than anything. So Ronnie Stanley, I think, will be a great addition there. The Bucks at 9, I've got them going with DeForest Buckner from Oregon, defensive lineman. Just insanely, DeForest Buckner is, if he can get to that level, his player comparison is Calais Campbell from the Cardinals. If he can get to that level, I think the Bucks would get an amazing player. Pair him with Gerald McCoy, and that is one hell of an interior defensive line right there. So at number 10, we've got the Giants. I think they're going to go with Jack Conklin, the offensive lineman from Michigan State. Great offensive lineman. The Giants obviously went big on defense in free agency. Olivier Vernon, Jason Pierre-Paul, Damon Harrison from the Jets. Forgot his name for a minute then. I should know it because he played for the Jets, and I hate the Jets. And they got Janoris Jenkins as well. So they went big on defense. If they can get an offensive lineman for Eli Manning, so he's got more time to throw the ball to Victor Cruz, Odell Beckham, people like that, that'll be big for their offense. The Bears at 11, Vernon Hargreaves, one of my favourite players in the whole draft. Vernon Hargreaves, I think he's a beast, cornerback from Florida. The Bears, the last couple of years, have had an atrocious pass defense, and getting Vernon Hargreaves to go along with Kyle Fuller would just be insane for their defense. So that'd be good. At 12, got the Saints. I've got them going with Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle from Louisville. Sheldon Rankins is going to be a beast in the NFL, I think. I just flat out, I think he's going to be amazing. So, and the Saints need defensive line help badly. So Sheldon Rankins to the Saints at 12. At 13, we've got the Dolphins. I think they're going to go with Darren Lee, outside linebacker from Ohio State. Just an all-round brilliant player. Darren Lee, he can cover, he can rush the passer, he can play, great against the run. I think Darren Lee will be one of the best players from the draft. Shame he has to go to the Dolphins for him. So, but I think that's a great move for the Dolphins. At 14, we've got the Raiders. Again, they've had a great offseason, the Oakland Raiders. Just some really good gets in free agency. And I think they're going to solidify their defensive line, which they have Bruce Irvin that they got from the Seahawks, and obviously Khalil Mack. I think they're going to shore up the interior by getting Ashawn Robinson from Alabama. Against the run, no one will be running on the Oakland Raiders with Ashawn Robinson in the middle. Just beast against the run and can rush the passer a bit. So great player there. And as my last pick in part 1, I've got the Los Angeles Rams, and I think they're going to go quarterback and Paxton Lynch. Nick Foles I don't think is the answer at all for the Rams. Neither is Case Keenum. I think for the Rams to get Paxton Lynch, I think that would be a great at 15. And the Cardinals, wow, that's great. The Rams have a great defense and a goodish offense. Oh well, they've got some good offensive weapons. If they can get a quarterback like Paxton Lynch, who could develop into a great player, I think that'd be great for the Rams. So that's my part 1, guys. I'll do my part 2 soon. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like the video, comment, share it, and subscribe to the channel, guys. It means a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon, guys. Bye.